Good morning. I'm going to show you how to create this beautiful container from one that has seen better days. Our first step is to remove all the old plants that were in the container. Sometimes they're well rooted and they need a little help to get them out. Once our plants have been removed, we want to loosen up the soil. There's no need to replace all the soil in the container, but we do want to put fresh soil on top. So when you are container gardening, you need to select a very good potting soil, one that is well drained and is good and fibrous. Today I'm going to be demonstrating with Miracle-Gro potting soil. You also need a very good fertilizer, a time-release fertilizer that is high in phosphorus, so that we'll get good green foliage, but also we want to stimulate bloom in our flowers, and we want large blooms. Once we have our soil prepared, we're going to select our plants. For the center, I've selected a variegated hibiscus. It has beautiful foliage and it also flowers. It's going to give us height and give us interest in our container. So since this is our focal point, we're going to place it in the center of the container. Next, we've also selected a plant that has beautiful foliage that goes well with the hibiscus. This has a nice pinkish foliage that brings out the color in the leaf petiole. Since this plant tends to get a little bit large, we're going to place it towards the back. We also have another coleus that has bright green foliage, but it also has some variegation in the leaf, a little bit of red, which also goes with our container, and we're going to place this over to this side. These plants won't get quite as tall as the hibiscus, and we will call those our filler plants. Well, also to make our container interesting, we need a trailing plant. This is a purple sweet potato vine. We won't place it quite center, but just to the side, and this will add interest to the bottom of the container. We also have selected plants for filler that flower. We have a Torina that has beautiful yellow and purple flowers, a pink begonia, which goes well with the coleus and the hibiscus. We will place this to the side. Yellow always seems to add just a little bit of pop to a container, so we're going to add this to the front to give our pot a lot of interest. And finally, we have a penta. It's a lighter shade of pink than the other flowers. It goes well with the dark purple, and this will also place a little to the side. Now, all we have left to do is add our potting soil and our fertilizer. And instead of putting my fertilizer right on top of the soil where it can be easily washed off, I like to put in fertilizer just before I add my potting soil. This is time release, so it will not injure your plants, and make sure you put a generous amount. Next, add your potting soil. And once that's completed, make sure you fill in all areas. Don't pack too tightly, but pack a little to fill in air spaces. And once that's completed, we will water, and now you have a beautiful container. Thank you.